Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. Battleford RCMP are asking for the public's help in finding a missing man. 73-year-old Raymond Bendall suffers from dementia. He was last seen Saturday evening at around 10 p.m. at residence in North Battleford. Bendall drives a blue 2011 Dodge Grand Caravan with a Saskatchewan license plate 47 IDA. Anyone who may have seen him or has information is asked to call police. Well, a 42-year-old Regina man is in hot water after allegedly ripping through a construction zone on Highway 16. RCMP say the man was clocked at 134 kilometers per hour in a 60-kilometer work zone. He was arrested on site but has since been released. And he is ordered to appear in North Battleford courts at the end of November. Well, Lloydminster voters hit the polls in just under 2 weeks, and the local Chamber of Commerce is busy gearing up for its All Candidates Forum. It's a chance for you to hear from those running for a spot on City Council, and with the sheer number of candidates seeking election this year, the forum will be run a little differently.
We've never, ever run a candidates forum with 16 candidates before, so it's going to be interesting to see how we manage to get through that. We have some questions that we're going to send out to the candidates, and they're going to be able to pick 3 from the 8, I believe, questions that we'll send out.
After that, the moderator will ask individual candidate questions from the audience.
It's important for people to come out and see the candidates and to just to get to know them a little bit and their personalities and whether or not they think that they would be a good fit for City Council.
The forum will be held at 7 p.m. on Thursday, October 18th at the Civic Center Auditorium. Well, we've introduced you to 10 of the 16 City Council candidates vying for a spot on Lloydminster Council, and tonight we'll introduce you to 2 more. First, we hear from Lenny Goodhand. Goodhand is looking to promote Lloydminster as an event destination and using her legal background to help council work cooperatively with all levels of government. I sat down with Goodhand earlier to talk about her goals if elected. Well, Lenny, there are lots of candidates vying for 6 spots on City Council. What do you think makes you a bit different? What distinguishes you from those other candidates?
I think I'm going to always kind of default to my legal education and my legal career. I think there's a certain skill set that comes with being a lawyer, a certain understanding and comfort level with laws and regulations and legal structure that, it certainly allows me to say that I have something different from the other candidates.
And what do you think is one of the biggest issues facing Lloydminster? And if you were elected to a 4-year term, what would you do to change it?
Honestly, I am really quite content with the direction the City Council is going. I'm very impressed with how City Council has handled the last several years, the direction they're going, the decisions that they've made, the goals that they've set for themselves. I have no intention of running on a platform of change or criticism or we need to do things differently.
And if elected, what do you think that you will bring to municipal politics?
I believe most of the questions that the city deals with at its kind of most basic level is, do we have the power to do that? And if we do have the power, where does that power come from? And what are the parameters for exercising the power? I have no trouble with that. I mean, I certainly understand the distinction between municipal power and provincial power and federal power. And so if I can bring some insight into that for those who don't have the legal background, I'd be certainly happy to do that. I'm also a business owner. I'm a mother. I have a lot of roles I play in a given day, and certainly you bring that with you every day in everything you do.
All right, thanks very much, Lenny. That is Lenny Goodhand vying for a spot on Lloydminster City Council. Our second candidate tonight is Rob Saunders. Saunders has completed 3 terms on City Council. He believes transportation is one of the city's biggest issues, but also understands the need for a more balanced housing market. Elise Cox sat down with Saunders to discuss his concerns.
So there are 16 candidates and only 6 spots available. Why do you think you stand out from the others?
Well, I'd like to think I bring my experience from municipal governments and being involved with council for the past 9 years. I've been very involved as a volunteer in the community for the past 20 years. My family has lived and grown up here, and I've gone to school here, worked here, gone to college here, and I think I have a lot to offer the electorate, and past experiences and relationships will go a long way in the future.
And what do you think the biggest issue in Lloydminster is right now?
I believe it's the infrastructure, both our public service infrastructure and transportation, trying to maintain it with our plan for growth. Currently we do have some congestion because of the construction. There's some examples of Highway 16 redevelopment. Highway 17 north-south corridor is very important for the future of Lloydminster. Intermunicipal relationships, planning for growth, and the infrastructure around the city as it grows. Those key things will help accommodate growth into the future. We want to maintain the best possible services for our residents. The core needs: good water, good roads, sewer, transportation, looking into public transportation, interprovincial partnership on infrastructure investment and things like that.
So what steps will you try and take to improve traffic around the city, if that's the biggest concern you have?
We deal with so much truck traffic in Lloydminster. It's the nature of our industries and our interprovincial traffic that comes through. I think there's probably creative ways that we can divert some of the bigger truck traffic around the city and invest in the infrastructure to do so.
Well, thank you very much, Rob. That was Rob Saunders for City Council.